Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the Caliphate and some of my ideas about it. From what I understand, one of the requirements for being the Caliph is that you are to protect, safeguard, also provide for the upkeep of the two holy mosques in Mecca and Medina, as well as safeguard pilgrims as they make the Hajj and the Ummah from wherever they are in the world, and also to make the Hajj yourself. Now, the last caliphs from like the Ottoman Empire, from Selim I, when he got it from Al-Mutawakkil III in 1517, I think, if I remember correctly, up until Abdul Majid II was forcefully kicked out by Mustafa Ataturk in 1927. Now, one of the flaws that they had in the Ottoman Caliphate was that not a single one of them, at least to my knowledge, ever made the Hajj. And I think that was a big disconcerting thing for the Muslim Ummah throughout history. Is like these people are supposed to be leading the faith, representing it, and not a single one of them ever made the Hajj. Now, the guy who's currently in control of protecting, safeguarding the pilgrims and the upkeep of the two holy mosques, and who's made the Hajj himself, from what I understand, is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia. I know suggesting him is whether might be a controversial idea to some, but it's just a thought. And since Ataturk didn't have the authority to abolish the caliphate, he wasn't a religious scholar, he wasn't a religious leader, and in my opinion, he didn't have that authority. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know all the intricacies of the politics that were going on at that time, but considering that he was more interested in secularizing Turkey than into making it a more of an Islamic republic, kind of, in my opinion, disqualifies him. But I'm not Turkish. I only have a very vague understanding of Turkish history, what we learn here in the West. So those who are in Turkey are probably all way more well versed in it than I am, and could enlighten me on the things that I'm ignorant of. I'm always willing to learn. But until like a new caliph is found, I think it would be good to have someone who is respected, who is spiritual, who is people that can look towards, for guidance, discipline, structure. Whether the world thinks that's His Majesty, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, that's up for everyone else to make that determination, or somebody else they might have in mind, they can do that. But I think it is something that's needed, and considering how the West is very more interested in, dominating the Middle East, because they all want the oil and other natural resources that are controlled by Muslims. And I think it's something that we need, that discipline, we need that structure, that order, that sense of unity. We need that one leader for us to come together and unite behind. And especially after the whole Sykes-Picot agreement, when they really carved up the whole Middle East, when you look at the boundary lines of those countries, it's just a mess. I mean, some of those things, especially like the northern part of Saudi Arabia with Jordan and Iraq, a lot of those all just have weird straight lines or kind of zigzag, and it don't really make much geographical sense. To me, it's like whoever drew those lines just kind of used it like an etch a sketch, just kind of blindly just drew it, without really any care of the people who live there. And I think as Muslims, we do need some sort of good leader. And I don't know who to recommend, really. I mean, there's a lot of smart, wise Muslims out there in the world, um, and there's also some that are, you know, in the government and military that are strong leaders, but someone who's kind of both is, I think, what we need. And personally, I'm not sure. So right now, in my opinion, the only person that has that authority is the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. Um, and I know that is a controversial statement to make, probably, because I know a lot of people don't like him. I've never met the man, so I can't formulate an opinion. But he seems like a nice guy from the things I've seen of him. But yeah, there's also other really good Muslims out there. Yeah, of course, me being member of the Naqshbandi Sufis, of course, I tried kind of go towards that leadership of the current Grand Sheikh of the order. But there's also others, who are really wise out there. Yeah, I know, like, there's the popular one, Sheikh Uthman bin Farouk. He's popular around the world. Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, Sheikh Khalid Yassin. I mean, these are all really great. And of course, the two aforementioned ones were popular ones that I looked to for guidance when I was learning about Islam. And so, but whoever he is, I think it's a good thing for us all to get together and unite behind him. And that's all for now. So see you until the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.